Hey, guys and girls. Welcome back to some Legend of Heroes Trails in Cold Steel. Give me a second here. Just want to clear some stuff. Where's my trash bin? Here it is. There you go. Much better. Alright. Welcome back, guys and girls, to Trails in Cold Steel 2. Where we left off, we had a pretty exciteful sacking of Trista. We took the town back for... So now I guess would be our last... Not last, but a moment at school, I guess, before we get ready to go to the final type of, leg of the game. Everybody's with their respectful teams. Fee and her, the flower club. Angelica's back with her two buds. All they're missing is Crow. We're gonna get him back. He has to join us once I'm able to beat him. Take down Ordine. Trista is now under our control. And all the students are all happy times. I forgot that she had a thing for him. That was a side mission quest on the first game. I remember the big girl that looked like she had the hairstyle of Elisa. Look at them. They're like, oh my gosh, look at this thing. It's so cool. Valamar. Oh, they phased out of existence. Valamar, what did you do to those kids? I'm so happy to finally be back and looking around. I'm not alone in that sentiment either. Maybe it won't last, but everyone's determined to enjoy it to the fullest while they can. After all, who knows what tomorrow will bring? I knew things wouldn't instantly go back to normal, but I didn't expect all that to be thrown on us. 5 hours earlier.
You want us to help liberate the capital?
With Ruhr and Berea hard silent, we have a firm foothold to take back Heimdall. If we don't seize the moment before the year is up, there's every chance the war will drag on even longer as a result.
Fighting is still brutal as ever in western Erebonia. But if the Nortia and Kreutzen provincial armies keep their word not to interfere, we may be able to turn the war around.
That does sound like the best chance we'll ever get, but I still have doubts.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. We have no intention of taking an active role in the war.
We simply wish to fulfill our duties as military academy students.
That sounds perfectly fine to me. We aren't asking you to fight on the front lines to retake the city. Rather, we would like you, the students of Thor's military academy, to liberate one very specific location.
Yeah?
And where might that be?
I'll be the one explaining that.
Hey!
You're here
It's
too?
the guy that was with Milliam, right? I forget his name. Hannibal?
You're from the intelligence division.
I forget his name.
Huh. Hi, Electra.
Lecter. I knew because Hannibal Lecter. This is where I got Hannibal from.
Long time no see. You back from Crossbell?
Captain Lecter Arundel.
Yep, the most pressing problem over there is all taken care of now. So I was finally able to access the Intelligence Division's network again.
Wait a second. Most pressing problem? What happened over there?
Oh, you know, that Azure tree is gone. There was a ton of confusion after its disappearance, but President Croyce has been arrested, and things are beginning to calm down.
We had no idea.
I swear this is like spoilers for the other game, I bet.
I remember feeling an incredible amount of mana from that tree. Whatever happened there, it's obvious Ouroboros was involved.
But they took care of him, which is good.
Regardless of how it came to happen, the
I
fact
can't wait for
remains.
the other game.
Crossbell is of no danger to us now.
I just like the sort of I don't know, the appeal of being like these cool
Yet with that comes
police
new
officers
dangers on the horizon.
Like Trails in the Sky had you as bracers in the first two. The third one's gonna have you as like
you mean, Dad?
crazy mercenary priest, and this has you as military
Now
students.
that Crossbell is no longer a threat, there's every chance the Calvard Republic might make a move. Is that correct?
The Republic still has its own share of chaos as a result of their economic crisis and terrorism. But now that there's an opening to take Crossbell, we've no doubt they will recover sooner rather than later.
And without Gorelia Fortress to serve as an effective deterrent, there's always the possibility they could use Crossbell as a staging area to launch a military incursion into Erebonia.
As a result, our primary concern is ending this war as soon as possible. And we could use your assistance in bringing it to an ever swifter conclusion.
I understand the situation.
In that case, where is this specific location that you'd like us to liberate?
That would be the Corel Imperial Villa.
Hey, isn't that...
That's the Imperial family's villa on the outskirts of the city, right?
Are you suggesting that my family is at the villa?
We believe your assumption to be correct, Your Highness. The Intelligence Division has established that His Imperial Majesty and the rest of your family have been imprisoned there. Lady Elise Schwarzer and Imperial Governor Regnitz are also with them.
Dad's there too?
They've been there this whole time?
It's close to the capital, but it's surrounded on all sides by cliffs and the like. That makes it the perfect place to keep VIPs hidden away.
Exactly. The only way to access it via land is a special train that runs from Heimdall Station, and that is currently heavily secured by the Imperial Guard. However, were your party to use the Courageous to fly there, you should be able to get inside.
We have to do it.
I think you already know our answer.
Yeah, it's my sister and Princess Elfin's family. We've been helping each other find each other's families so far.
If you say they're there, Lecter,
Long.
then they're there. It's not much different from...
Naturally of great importance. Rescuing a member of the board of directors fits our motives to a T.
And we've always seen it as our duty to help those related to the Academy.
Guess that settles that.
Thank you. I truly appreciate it.
Well, aren't we being humble?
This is what friends do.
To think these kids would turn out to be so dependable.
You're telling me. They're almost dazzling.
Your Highness, may we have your permission to move forward? Yes, by all means. I, Alphen Rice Arner, humbly request that you carry out this mission. Very well, Your Highness. Students of Thor's Military Academy, I hereby declare that we shall dedicate our all to the liberation of the Corral Imperial Villa.
If that's the case, that means that Cedric is like, that thing was under their villa. I thought it would be under the palace, maybe. It really is strange. For all I know, tomorrow could determine the outcome of this war, and yet I feel completely at peace. Just being back here, seeing the sky, and being surrounded by this cool air, makes me feel so happy. Why?
You're not planning on standing here alone the whole night, are you?
Celine. Oh, hey Celine. Where's Emma?
Who knows? I'm guessing she's over in the literature club's room. One of the second years dragged her off. Something about checking if any of her precious book collection had vanished.
That would be Dorothy. I don't know. I could wander around, but my head's kind of full at the moment. It's like it's suddenly registering just how much this academy means to me. I knew I liked it, but I never realized how much.
Oh? Well, whatever you end up doing tonight, make it count. With both Vita and Ouroboros involved, you haven't seen the worst this war has to offer. The hardest part's yet to come. And you don't want to face your friend in the goofy bandana weighed down by regrets, do you?
In the goofy bandana. True enough. Oh, hey, are you here because you were worried about me? You've always been so considerate of us, even if you do try to hide it by acting grumpy.
Stop that!
But you like
around
it.
being nice to every girl you run into. Try treating someone special for once. Surely there's someone who fits that description better than me.
Someone special, huh?
This could be the last night you have to enjoy before everything goes to hell. Go and
Time to
walk
pick a
around
girl.
a bit already. Oh, and go pay Valimar a visit too. Honestly, anyone with half a brain could have figured that out. Why do I have to be the one to tell you?
I suppose she's right. It seems a shame to waste a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity standing around here alone. And besides, it's been a long time since I was last here at the academy. I should walk around and see everyone. I've got a lot of catching up to do with the people in Trista. And after Valimar offered to stand guard near the west exit, it wouldn't feel right to leave him by himself the whole night. Alright. So, like per usual, because this is probably a bonding moment. Possibly. I'm picking the people I want to bond with. I'm not, gonna pick millions of people. Oh no, it's not a bonding moment. Alright. Oh yeah, look, they're telling me. So at this moment, you pick, I guess, the character that you've bonded with the most throughout the game. Or the games. And for me, at least for this playthrough around, it's Elisa. So we're gonna go with her. Let's go say hello. I couldn't be any happier that the lacrosse club's back together. It was a tough road, but staying on it was completely worth it. Granted, I did have everyone's help along the way. It makes me happy to see you so happy. This isn't the end just yet, though. Yeah, it all comes down to tomorrow's operation. But that's no reason for us to worry. Sticking together has gotten us through some rough times. I know we can do it. You and me both. Maureen, would you mind coming with me to our dorm a little later? I want us to see it one more time before we head out. Just the two of us. Elisa. Agree. Well, sure. I don't see why not. I'll head over there later. Thanks. I'll be over as soon as I'm done. Okay then. I guess I'll head over once I take care of everything else. I wanted to talk to Valimar, right? Who's in there? Is that Toa? Oh, that's to continue the mission, right? But now I'm looking forward to this. I'll be there as soon as... Okay. I guess... Yeah, we're gonna go see Valimar. She's in here getting drunk, probably. Good old Teach. Gotta love Sarah. This way, right? Valimar. Let me save it just in case, because we don't know if talking to these people would trigger the end of the game, like continuing on to the ending or whatever, to the main fight. Alright, let's go speak to my boy Valley. Valley. Hey, Valimar.
Hello, Reed.
I came to see how you were holding up. Sure was a surprise when you offered, but thanks for volunteering to serve as a lookout.
Not a problem. Perhaps you and your friends have influenced me to some degree.
To some degree? You're laughing? You're not calling me Awakener?
Each and every one of you have come a long way to take this place back. I simply wish for you to be able to dedicate this evening to celebrating that achievement.
Thanks. You know, looking back, I never figured the day would come when I'd be able to have a natural conversation with you like this. You've changed a lot in that regard. You've gone from sounding mechanical to dignified, I suppose.
I've been working to gradually recover my memories over time. And while still fragmented, I am now able to recollect specific memories from my past.
Really? Does that mean you remember some of what happened before you went to sleep in the old schoolhouse?
Correct. I went to sleep 250 years, 128 days ago, and my previous awakener was a man known as Dreykel's Rising.
Oh my gosh! His awakener was Dreykel's! Wow. So it really was Dreykel's, huh? Damn. I had my suspicions when I saw that memory in the last shrine, but I didn't want to assume.
I believe you resonated with the memories that reside within the proving grounds. Dreykel's visited the spirit shrines as you did. In each one, he obtained the same ore with which to forge his weapon, advanced upon the same capital, and it was there, with many allies at his side, that he laid the war to rest in one final confrontation.
So it's like the cycle continued itself, I guess, in a way. It's kind of eerie how similar our paths are. But it makes me feel a little self-conscious too, in a way. I doubt we're doing all this half as well as he did. What kind of person was he, anyway?
He was an open-minded, composed, and driven man, full of bravery and daring, and in some ways, an enigma. Yet for those he met, he was ever kind and merciful. He had dignity in measure with his stature, and still at times, one could see in his eyes the glimmer of a child's.
Huh. He was really something, wasn't he? Hearing you talk about him, I don't know if I could be anything like he was. But maybe if I were, I'd be able to do more for everyone.
There is little need in striving to be something you are not.
Huh?
Since my awakening, I have watched over you. I have seen you grow as a person. Dreykel's found success in playing to his strengths. You, though different, possess strengths no less great. Just as he attracted his own supporters, so too have you gained those who would choose to stand by your side and no other. Take pride in those who would become your sword, for not even kings can buy the loyalty you offer.
Speak it, Valimar. Thanks, Valimar. You're right. I should focus on improving myself as I am, rather than try to become someone I'm not. Seeing as how I'm fighting for my future and to bring home my friend, it wouldn't make sense to be anyone else, really. Damn. Oh yeah, sounds like the Tachi will be done by morning. So if you're up for it, I think we should test it out tomorrow. I'll be counting on you, Valimar.
I shall do all within my power.
Damn. I love Valimar. He's so cool. He's such a bro. Alright. Who else do we gotta go see now? I guess we gotta go talk to you, right? Unless we can go to the dorm. It doesn't look like there's anything in the dorm. Alright, before we talk to them, let's save it just in case. Because I don't want to miss whatever scene I'm going to get with Elisa. I don't know if I had to do Elisa's scene first or what. But he did say after we wrapped up everything. I just want to make sure. What's up? Guys? Oh, you guys are all up here? Hi, Reen. Hey, nice night, isn't it? It's a little on the chilly side, but it still feels pretty nice since there's no breeze out. Oh yeah, you're right. Everyone happily talking it up. We're finally back here. Yeah, gotta admit, seeing it again makes me feel all emotional. No doubt, especially since unlike the rest of us, you guys were last here during the festival. They're probably feeling lonely with Crow missing. Toa, George, Angelica, I want to thank you. Huh? What for? You guys have helped us out so much. I can't even imagine how far we would have gone without you. If it were just us first years, I don't think things would have gone half as well. So, on behalf of everyone here, thank you for everything you've done. We should be the ones thanking you. Yeah, think about all the work Class 7 put into this, and try saying that again. Exactly. You guys even helped me deal with my old man. Where would I be without you? I guess, but for the record, we've needed you just as much as you say you need us, you know. You shouldered the most responsibility on the Courageous, the ship that carried us and our dreams this far. And I'm gonna need you to keep watching our backs tomorrow. You think you can do that for us? Like you even had to ask. We'll be right there with you. We would never abandon you after we've come this far together. Thanks. I get this feeling like tomorrow's going to mark a turning point for us. Whether the Imperial Army's operation is a success or a failure, it feels like the time for me to fight Crow is almost here. That's true. Yeah, he won't let a chance like this just waltz on by. And this time, I'm not going to let him win. I'll beat him, drag him right back here, and force him to finally graduate with us. Graduate with you. You sure that's even possible, Reen? It's not going to be easy. I'm well aware that it won't be easy. But everyone, not just me, wants the four of you together again. Class 7 managed to reunite, right? Now it's your turn. You're amazing, Reen. And if you say that's what you're gonna do, then I've got no reason to doubt you. Good luck. Tomorrow's operation is sounding crazier by the minute. Seriously, I bet. The conversation finally finished. Toa went back to the student council room to dutifully go over the plans for tomorrow. And after saying their goodbyes, George and Angelica departed for the engineering building to get tools and equipment they needed to manufacture Valamar's weapon. Alright. So let's talk to her first, and then we'll go to the dorm and see. Okay, now, so we just gotta go to the dorms, I guess. Well, I promised I'd meet Elisa here. Should I head inside and wait already, though? I think I'm here kind of early. Yeah. Hopefully it's the right time for her. She's been waiting to get that perfect moment to tell him.
Sorry for the wait, Reen.
Oh, hey, Elisa. I only just got here, actually. All done catching up with the rest of the lacrosse club?
Yeah, it was great to be back with them, but I think we're done celebrating for the time being. Plus, Ferris ended up giving me a few friendly words of advice. It's kind of hard to say no to a girl who keeps insisting. A lady ought not to keep a gentleman waiting, you know.
Yeah, sounds like her, alright.
Anyway, never mind her. It really does feel strange to be back here in our old dorm. In a good way, of course. As soon as I stepped through the door, all the memories of the times we spent together came flooding back.
Yeah, same here. It's been a long time coming, but we finally made it. Well, while we're here, do you want to walk around inside for a bit? I'm curious how things are upstairs, too.
Sure.
It's all been left the same. It's like we never left. Her lacrosse stuff is up. That's my stuff. I'm curious what blade is on the wall there if I have my blade with me. Is this Crow's room?
It's funny how time works, isn't it? It's only been a couple months since we were last here, and yet I feel like it's been years.
I guess that just goes to show how much of a mark the time we spent here has left on us. Every room, every corridor has a memory attached to it. Just one look, and I suddenly remember it all, like it was yesterday.
You know, I guess that's true. I just wish Crow were here with us to share this feeling. It doesn't feel quite right without him.
I wish he were here too. He's as much a part of Class 7 as the rest of us. Give it time, though. Next thing you know, he'll be right here reminiscing with us.
You really never change, Reen. It was clear from the moment we met you were someone who really cared for others, and you're as kind now as you were then.
Oh, was it clear when you were accusing me of things when I fell on top of you and touched boobs, among other things?
You are a leader, always tirelessly looking out for every member of the group and putting our needs before your own. We're so grateful for all you've done, and that goes double for me.
Hey, Reen, do you still remember our first day at the academy?
How could I forget?
Our first day?
Yeah, well, you just went boobs all over my face.
How could I possibly forget? First we bumped into each other outside the station because I was so taken by the Lino flowers, and then that happened. I'd love to tell you I've done what you asked and forgotten, but that's just plain not possible. Sorry about that.
I should have known. Then again, who am I to talk? It's such an embarrassing memory, I doubt I'll ever be able to forget it. And the part outside the station was the most picture-perfect way to meet you, too. Then we both had to go and ruin it.
I really am sorry about what happened, though. Just so we're clear on that.
In a strange way, though, it kind of worked out for the best. Afterward, I just kept thinking about what happened over and over again. And before I knew it, I couldn't get you out of my head. We barely met, and you were willing to risk getting seriously injured just to protect me from harm. That left a real impression on me. I kept wondering, why? Why would you do that? What kind of person must you be? Next thing I knew, I found myself watching you from afar. I was so curious about every little thing you did. And the more I learned about you, the more I wanted to know.
The kitty ears makes it... It doesn't ruin the moment.
I wanted to find out how you saw the world around you, and how you were able to live so true to yourself.
You know, you were always on my mind too. You've always been hard-working with all the pride of a noble and a strong competitive streak. But I think what stood out to me the most was how considerate you are of others, and how you always put them before yourself. All that time you say you were thinking about me, I was probably thinking about you too. To be honest, you've been on my mind ever since our picture-perfect meeting, as you put it.
Really?
During the past few weeks and months, I've gotten to know more and more about what makes you the person you are. The two of us had so many long talks about finding our own paths through life, or about deciding how we want to live. And somewhere along the line, I found myself hoping that between whatever you decide and whatever I decided, the paths we chose would eventually meet and become one, so we could walk side by side.
Does that mean...
I love you, Elisa. Sorry. And no matter what happens or what you decide to do with your life, even if our paths one day end up parting and we have to go our separate ways, my feelings for you will never change.
Rean.
Kiss him. No, kiss.
If it weren't for you, I'm not sure I would have ever found the courage to find a path for myself at all. I was only able to because of how much your determination inspired me. How it made me want to struggle on, just like you do. And I love you too, Rean.
I'm so glad. There it is. There it is. Big claps. That's what I wanted to see. I'm feeling kind of embarrassed now. I've got a lot of memories of this place already, but I think this one might leave the strongest impression.
So am I. I can't see my face, but I think it's safe to say it's redder than it was at the old schoolhouse. But I'll never forget this moment. No matter what happens, I won't forget. No matter what hardships I might end up facing, I'll just have to think of you, and I'll be strong enough to overcome them.
And the same goes for me too. I've got no idea if I really deserve someone as good as you. There's still so much I don't know about myself. But I do know that I want you by my side, now and in the future. Whatever may happen, Elisa, I hope we'll be able to find a path we can share with one another.
I hope so too.
Oh, I love it. I'm so glad they didn't cop out and make it like she almost confesses but doesn't. That was amazing. Now I'm sort of interested to see if what would Fee or Laura do in the situations. Your bond with Elisa has strengthened. We reached the max level. Is that what that said? I skipped that a little too fast. Inseparable. The final operation. Here we go. Damn, it started snowing already. A lease on love. Ooh, the new sword. This is amazing. You really were able to forge Valimar a new Tachi from Zamorian ore. Bah, of course I was. It's a massive weapon totaling over 7 arj in length. It's a common shape made refined, and processing the ore exceedingly difficult to say the least, but it was done. I doubt I would have been able to do it if not for the help of that stubborn old student of mine over there. You're the least qualified person on this entire continent to call anyone else stubborn. Yeah, I'm with you, instructor.
It sure was a shock to learn that you were also a former student of the professor's instructor, Makarov. I'd heard you were once a student at the Roar Institute of Technology, but I never connected the dots.
Heh.
And that's how I preferred it, too. All that was a long, long time ago. I'll never be able to fathom why the two of you chose not to stay and study more under me. The offer still stands, however. I know talent when I see it. Oh, I couldn't possibly. I doubt I have half the talent to keep up with you. Give it to him straight, George, or it won't get through that damn near impenetrable skull of his. Tell him you'd go insane if you had to spend years working with an arrogant, self-centered prick like him.
Oh, gosh.
Still, what a beautiful blade it is. The radiance of it is simply dazzling. Ain't nothing out there like Zamora Nora.
It's probably not as sharp as something a real swordsmith would make, though. None of us are smiths by profession. But Valimar should find it easier to use than any weapon he could have taken from a soldat, and that's what counts. All right then, let's give it a try.
That's awesome. It looks like it could be my blade, like Reen's sword. Ooh, it's like resonating with him.
Wow. They're resonating with one another? They sure are. How beautiful. It truly is astounding. You look so cool, Valimar.
I'm not sure what's happening, but it's amazing, alright. I think we finally have a chance.
Feedback process with new armament complete.
I do indeed feel this is easier to wield than previous armaments.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. You think this will do the trick?
Yep.
I had high expectations, but this shattered them. I think I finally stand a chance against it now. Professor Schmidt, Instructor Makarov, George, thank you all so much for what you've done. Save your thanks. I only did what I did to satisfy my curiosity. Whatever you do now, that I'm done is of no concern to me.
He's not being modest either, Reed. He totally means that. This is just how he is. Same deal with the railway guns, the soldats, and the orbital jamming device. As soon as his work is done, he loses interest completely and is off to find something else to do.
Ha! Something wrong with that.
All that said, I think the preparations are now finally complete.
Yes, sir. I think it's about time to go and get everyone. The fated moment has finally arrived. The current time is 0630 hours. Everyone should gather here again at 0730. Make sure you're all wearing what I gave you earlier too. Right!
Is it our school uniforms, probably? But I don't wanna. I like my outfit. Don't give me the school uniform. Please don't give me the school uniform. I don't care about the school uniform. Please don't wear the school uniform. Our outfits are too good looking.
All of the students have gathered.
Good.
Instructor Sarah, Instructor Thomas, Instructor Makarov. We leave them in your capable hands.
Understood.
Don't you worry. We'll take good care of them.
Just leave them to us.
Students of Thor's Military Academy, I'm sure most of you remember what was once imparted to you during your respective welcoming ceremonies. Arise, O youth, and become the foundation of this world. These are the words of Emperor Drykos, the man who ended the War of the Lions and founded this very academy. I asked you to consider what the world he refers to is, and what qualities one must possess to be its foundation. I imagine that you each had your own thoughts in response. However, I ask that you not make the mistake of assuming that foundation is synonymous with sacrifice. I believe that it is by walking side by side with others, opening up a path and treading it down, that one does this. As such, I have but one very simple message for each and every one of you to remember. Return alive. Welcome spring's arrival with one another, and when the time comes, fly the nest with one another. And to that end, I wish you victory.
May Adios and Dreikel's the Lionheart be with you all. And please, come back here safe and unharmed.
We will!
Our objective is to rescue His Majesty the Emperor, as well as those who were captured with him. Everyone, move out!
Right!
We can now use the S-Craft termination slash. Ooh.
Does that have something to do with falling in love with Elisa? I wonder. Maybe. That'd be cool.
Surface air temperature is 5 degrees, humidity, blah blah blah. Understood. Sounds like we're all ready to go. Still, it doesn't look like we're going to be hearing anything from Prince Oliver. Indeed. There's been no word from Father either. They've probably got their hands full in the West. It's starting to get really hectic there, from what I've heard. I've asked Mick to try and get in contact with Toval, but I'm not banking on him succeeding. That's too bad. It would have been great to have them here. There's no point in lamenting what we don't have. Right. All we can do is make the best out of our current situation. Yep, I'm with them. I'm with them. Still, the battle doesn't begin until midday. We've still got time. If there's anything you want to take care of, now's your chance. Anything spring to mind? Now that you mention it. Toa, are there any new requests for us to take care of? There are, in fact. Hold on a minute while I get them up. I gotta read these. Damn, are they all from Prince Oliver? I think we can handle these.
Yeah, I don't care. They're not required, so I'm not doing them. Finale. Forward relentlessly. To advance the main story, speak to Toa. This is the last time during the story that you will be on the board the Courageous. After beginning the operation, it will no longer be possible to take advantage of its facilities or visit other towns. All quests and supplements will also disappear. While you will have another chance to buy items, quartz, and the like, this will not be for some time. No, wait. Toa, and not Toa, Feet. And our support would be you and you. Alright, so what's our oh, it's right there. It honestly doesn't look too great. We're gonna save a slot on the ship if I need to go grind up some stuff, you know, some cash to sell. It says we will have another chance to buy ornaments and items, which is what I currently want, like I'm trying to do. So I don't know. Maybe if we get lucky, we'll get to that point where we can do that. Operation today is bound to be the toughest. If we're not completely in sync, blah blah blah, I will, I promise. I will win against Crow. Let's do this. Commence the operation. Commence.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Maki's has to come with us? That's not... Yeah.
See, but I want... Because Elliot has a good healing ability and a good revive, which makes him kind of useful. But then Sarah is amazing. But so is all of these people, except for Maki's. I don't want Maki's right now. I don't. He's kind of terrible, in my opinion. Damn it. Okay, fine. Why was he locked in? That's so stupid. It's because his father's here, right? I like watching these guys, like, just on the side of freaking tanks, being crazy badasses. And you see how Nightheart is holding on, while Craig the Red is just like, yeah, I'm badass. Oh, that's that dude. Gold one, is that Linguino or whatever? I think that's her name, right? Linguine, the girl with the yeah, her. So she's taking on Vendor. That's his name, right? I keep forgetting his name. Zender? It might be Zender. I think it's Vander.
Remaining. All students, assume your positions.
They're going on the fight. Yeah. Caro Imperial Villa. So if we can save them, they lose pretty much any leverage, really, too, right? Which is kind of cool.
4th Armored Division, charge! 3rd Armored Division,
go.
advance!
No, it's Vander. That's his name. Yes, sir! Damn.
Left flank, fire a barrage to cover your retreat.
Damn.
not cower! We have the advantage!
War though. This is crazy.